Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. We were wishing you a happy Monday. We were saying hey about 13 times before we started our show here.
A little warm-up vocal.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say hello, welcome. So,
we're a little gloomy on this for Monday.
Morning.
Yeah, what the heck?
What is happening?
I'm trying to remember what day it is too. It's like, I think we're back at it.
Yeah.
We're ready to rock on a Monday.
Trying to wake up slowly here. That's the goal.
Always. Well, here's what we have in store for you today. A whole lot of fun. You'll get to see our finished products after we held the pumpkin carving contest. We'll also show you which one of us earned the title of Newsroom Favorite. You might be surprised by the winner. Yeah, some creative pumpkins.
Again, nobody got hurt. I was very impressed by that fact.
Spoiler alert, Hunter. Just kidding.
Especially the way you're stabbing that pumpkin.
It was
very
aggressive.
And after that awesome story, we're jump-starting our week with more good news. We meet a Twin Cities woman who's teaching life through death, and there's a cat who's alive thanks to a donation from a dog.
Aww.
So sweet.
We're going to explain why that came about coming up later in the show. Okay, so as I was walking into work today, and even though we're at this station most days and I do the same walk every single day, I turned around on the way into work and I just wanted to say, like, I appreciated, Duluth is so beautiful because obviously you have Lake Superior, but then you got the skyline in the back, and then you also, further up, you got homes in the hillside, just a really, really nice site. So I was thinking, what a perfect question. What is something that you don't think you appreciate enough on a daily basis?
That's a nice question. I also appreciate that you took the time to notice those beautiful surroundings out there and appreciate Duluth and its landscape.
I feel like a lot of places don't have that. They don't. A lot of people live on a huge lake like Lake Superior, and they don't have a downtown with also residential in the back. Pretty cool site.
We're pretty lucky to live where we live. It's beautiful over here. What about you, Briggs?
I was thinking about this. I realized recently I had a fridge malfunction. And I was like, I don't appreciate my fridge enough. You don't think about it, just a place to store your food, and then all of a sudden you don't have that, and you have no food. It's kind of random, but
how did they do it? Like 100 years ago, what did they do? They didn't have fridges or electricity. I mean,
put it outside.
Apologizing to the fridge. I'm sorry.
Give the fridge a big hug.
I need to do that more often. I'm so sorry, fridge.
Like, what if I told you I loved you? I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Mine's not quite as emotional as Ryan's, but hey. We can appreciate our fridges too, right?
Please come home. Please come back to me.
How about you, Hunter?
I would say I had to think about this one for a little bit, and what came up to me was alone time. Appreciating alone time. It's fun to hang out with friends, fun to hang out with family and everybody, but just taking some time for yourself and being alone with yourself and figuring yourself out. I think that's something that people should appreciate more often.
Anything you do in your alone time?
Probably play piano, or maybe some video games, or just hanging out and eating food, obviously, or something along those lines. Probably, but playing piano is my favorite thing. So yeah.
Relaxing.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
And we know the things we appreciate. We also realize they're worth spending a good amount of money on. So what is a frequently used item you're always willing to pay more money for? For me, this is shampoo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. This is a girl answer, I think. But if you have, the cheap shampoo, it just makes your hair kind of like sticky and gross, So I was thinking about that. Hairspray. Mine are very
it's
not as deep as your guys' today.
I mean, as we saw, way back when we first started the show, I shared some photos when you were away about my long hair phase.
Yes.
And when you get that long hair, you go why do I need to brush it now? And why do I need to comb it now? So
it's a lot of work.
Those answers make a lot of sense. A lot of sense. And as for mine, I would say bottles of wine.
Ooh.
Because if you're gonna keep consuming wine, maybe get up to a $15 bottle of wine as opposed to dealing with the boxed wine. I've drank boxed wine for a long time, and eventually you go, man, I'm not enjoying this. I am hurting myself.
What's the really cheap jug? Is it Boone's Farm or something like that?
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Fortunately, I've never resorted to that.
Okay.
But if you're gonna keep drinking wine, those $12 to $15 bottles are a lot better.
Yes, it's less of a hangover. That's for sure. I would say that mine would be I don't care about the price of food. I will spend whatever whatever it takes to get food into my stomach. I don't care if it's really
Whatever it takes.
It's going in there. It's gonna be awesome. So whether it's fast food or whether it's a really expensive meal, I'm spending the money. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's fun to splurge on that sometimes.
We
Treat
deserve it.
yourself.
Treat yourself.
Going to be maxing out those credit cards, getting all sorts of restaurant purchases, gas station purchases. Hey, we know we're getting older, and there is a younger, very true. And there's a younger generation joining offices around the country, including our station here. We love our Gen Z coworkers, and those Gen Z kids already have created their own workplace trends during the year 2023. So on TikTok, the younger crowd has been coining new phrases like bare minimum Mondays and lazy girl jobs. So bare minimum Mondays involves Gen Z putting their well-being and happiness over being the perfect employee, for example. And then some other phrases to consider: you should check to see if you're in your snail girl era or possibly managing up. And then lastly, be aware of experiencing bore out as opposed to burnout. And so I had to look up what snail girl era meant.
What is
Okay.
It
that?
refers to someone who prioritizes self-care and happiness above overworking, so they are taking their work at a snail's pace.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then managing up would be probably the opposite of that, being the most effective employee you can be in creating value for your boss and your company.
Okay, interesting. Is it just me, or does a lot of that sound kind of dumb? Is that a word that I could say?
Well, you're a hard worker, Hunter. I appreciate
we all
working
are hard
hard.
workers.
McCullough calls out the Gen Z generation.
That's not true.
The entire
No.
generation.
I know. What was the first one you said?
The first one was lazy girl job.
Okay, yeah, I feel like we can't, in this job, we can't afford that because we have the same amount of work to get done every single
Yes,
day.
true.
And it's an
Deadline.
easy, usually white-collar job with good pay where an employee can be kind of like quiet more so.
Okay.
Yeah, they can just like ease their way on. throughout
Certainly,
the day.
though, there are your off days. You've got off days no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, every day you got to put in at least a good amount of effort to get whatever you have to
We
get done.
certainly do.
Yes.
Hey, coming up, who has the best carving skills on the Northern Life team? Be sure to make your predictions now. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back, everybody, to Northern Life. All right, it is almost Halloween. It is time for some pumpkin carving. Let's see how each of us did, and let's see who thought it was the best.
Well, I'm hoping to carve a bat. I've never been known as an artistic person, so it's there's probably gonna be some mistakes. We're gonna have to lower the bar a little bit, but I'm gonna make a nice bat. Squiggly lines. It seems like it's gonna be pretty easy. We'll see what happens.
I'm still deciding. It's either going to be maybe the Northern News Now tree. That would be nice. Or if that doesn't work out, it's going to be just a smiley face. We'll switch gears last minute. We'll make whatever the pumpkin wants it to be carved.
I got a perfect plump face right here. Little inspiration, little friendly guy. We'll see how it goes because usually I just do like 2 triangle eyes and a small mouth. Usually my father as a kid was the one who was in charge of holding the knife, so. Oh, that was a terrible first.
I feel like all these artistic things that we do, he's always the winner in these sort of things. He
There
is.
she goes.
Oh my gosh. There we
A little bit of gunk.
go. Nice.
No, you know what? We're gonna do a little design work here. Oh, that's the bad end. Okay. We all have a bad side. It's okay.
Oh
Not sure I'm gonna be able to hang with this one.
Are you switching?
Oh, to the smiley face?
Yeah, I might have to do this. Way too small of eyes. Why would I do this to myself?
Can we just call this like carved pumpkin?
Oh, wow, there it is.
Amazing.
Before and after. That's supposed to be a circle. Looks more like a beanbag. Happy Halloween, folks.
After phase 1, here's phase 1. Not so cute. Phase 2, so cute.
That does look good.
Hey, thank you.
That came out really
Yeah, we
good.
had to revert back to some tried and true methods after the failed doggy face.
I honestly think it went better than I thought it was going to. I didn't, no cuts on my hand or anything like that. It looks kind of like a bat. I'm pleased with my product.
Show the bat.
Look at this thing. This is the cut. Oh, there's a napkin. The cutout of the bat. It's kind of cool.
It's really
might even keep this part.
You
Like set that on the side even, like, boom.
I think it turned out really well. My inspiration is currently covered with napkins, but I think it turned out really well. I think we need a candle in there to see the eyes above.
So I'll start with the bat. The bat's cute. I love a little animal. I like the big eyes. It's inviting. Wait, what is this? What happened? Wait, is he a little friend? He's a friend. That's so sweet. This is bad. No, this is bad. I like the bat. I think the bat is my favorite. I think the bat is
Thank you, Mitchell. Very nice of you.
Good job. The bat was impressive.
It was.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
impressive.
you. That's some of my best work, sadly. What's that?
Oh, did you carve pumpkins as a kid? Did your parents let you do the
Oh
knife
yeah,
part?
even still, like in college, we'd get a big group of families together, and I didn't even move the table, but yeah, we still carve every once in a while. It's a lot of fun. You guys probably carved as kids, right?
It wouldn't show, but yeah, I did.
A little bit. Like I said, usually it was my dad who was in charge of the knives.
Oh,
so us
sure.
kids were like, yeah, Dad, go get it. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, Dad, I want a really intricate design. Here,
the new
help
Dow
to.
logo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Do it. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I tried to carve a dog, and I tried to draw it on the pumpkin first, and then I totally messed up. So that's what Mitchell saw. He's like, "What is this in the back of the pumpkin?" I had to turn it around and do a regular jack-o'-lantern.
It's hard. It's really hard to do that. It's be so intricate with those little lines. I mean, my gosh, hats off to anybody that goes out and tries to do that.
Yeah, man. Hats off to you for winning, Mitchell.
Thank you. Let's
Mitchell's
go.
honor.
Oh, and then we had a newsroom thing too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we did. Everybody else voted. It looks like they chose Hunters too. They didn't know whose was who.
No. That's a
Otherwise, I'm not sure they would have voted for Hunter. I'm just kidding. I don't think, though, a lot of people expected the bat to be yours.
Really?
I think so. I think they thought it was mine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I bet that's probably true. Yeah. I mean,
But it was not. Yeah.
they were all good drawings, though. And Mitchell's quarrel also was the fact that it wasn't a typical jack-o'-lantern. So he almost didn't pick the bat.
That's true.
He looked at both of yours and he's like, these are true jack-o'-lanterns. That's how it should look. So luckily he picked me, but he could have easily picked you too. So.
That's true.
Better luck next year for
Yep.
me. Yeah.
Well, we've got more Halloween fun coming up too on Monday next week. We're going to be trying more fall activities, including bobbing for apples and a little pie throwing competition. You're not going to want to miss that one. I shared a photo of Hunter on my Facebook, so it ends up not so good for him. Still ahead too, we get to talk about good news coming up and share about life and pets. We love those two topics. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life.
Welcome back, folks. We can certainly learn a lot from the older generation, and a St. Paul woman is doing just that.
Yeah, she's even going as far as to learn from the dead, which is something that has now earned her some fame on TikTok.
Deborah Alfarone explains what we're talking about.
Judy had strong beliefs in which she never wavered.
You can just tell that Donna was a total it girl.
Simply put, Mary McGreevy loves obits.
I have been interested in obituaries since I was a young person, like a child.
A strange hobby sparked when her mom wrote them for their local paper. Mary collected them for years. When her daughters encouraged her to take them to TikTok, tips from dead people took off.
It completely blows my mind. Some of the comments moved me to tears. They say something like, "This is exactly what I needed to hear today." I am floored by the fact that there are that many people out there like me who enjoy a good story.
Mary says she learns a lot about life through death. And seriously, you may want to take notes.
The little things in life are truly the big thing. So what I mean by that, you think that your job, your house, your legacy, you think that's the finish line. And those are the big things in life, that's a big fat nope. The things that are important are the little things, the vacations, the romance, the cooking fails, the pranks, the sibling stories. Do you have the relationships that matter? Do you have the memories, the experiences that matter? Try all the things that you've wanted to try. If you want to try gardening and you're 75 years old, try it. It doesn't matter. The idea that you have to be good at what you try, the joy in the trying, the being a lifelong curious person, that's the goal.
Cool message. I really like
super
that.
cool message.
Yeah, it's a good example of it's never too late to try something new in your life too. If you're learning, want to learn a new skill, hey, why not pick it up?
Yep.
And as she's learned too from those obituaries about like, I got to worry about my finances. I got to worry about, what it takes to like get a family or a house. It's like, well, those things will come.
Yes.
Just give it time, but enjoy the process as we get there, the journey of life.
Exactly.
So you can follow her on TikTok too. Super cool idea. And well done by her. Hey, down in Nebraska, a cat has a better chance at life thanks to a blood donation from a dog. So this kitten at a humane society in Omaha would have died recently if it wasn't for a Siberian Husky's blood. So the doctors there say Thorn, the cat, came in as a sick stray and there wasn't enough time to find a matching cat blood type. So they apparently used a dog's blood, which is apparently much less risky. So the name of the hero dog is Bret Michaels.
For poison? Wow.
Bret's name is where Thorn's name came from. Because Thorn, obviously in Bret Michaels' song, every rose has its thorn.
That makes sense.
That's
okay.
sweet.
That is so sweet. I didn't know that was possible, and that's
Me neither.
absolutely amazing.
I didn't know either. I mean, but shout out. So I was joking with people upstairs that say, so Thorn's got that dog in him.
That's true. That's a
or
phrase that
her.
Ryan says all the time. I love it.
Yeah, a reminder too about the importance of dogs needing blood donations sometimes too, or dogs making blood donations, because you never know when your pet might need it.
So is that like a market like humans do blood drives? Are there dog blood drives out there? Is that a thing?
I don't know, but maybe we could host one.
That'd be kind of cool. Northern News Now dog blood
We're
drive.
already into the human blood drive, so why not expand interspecies?
I like
I
that.
was gonna say, I don't even know if they can sign up themselves. So,
Big pop
we'll
read.
have to wait and see. Yeah.
Oh boy, well, we'll be talking about tomorrow's Blindfold with Hunter. It's a fun one coming up after the break.
Welcome back, folks. All right, coming up tomorrow, you get to experience this blindfold with me. I'm heading down to the haunted ship here in Duluth, trying to find my way through. Certainly a lot to be afraid of. Guys, I can't wait to share that story with you guys and just the experience that I went through. I've never been through a haunted event alone. I'm usually with a group of people.
True.
So it was a totally different experience being all by myself. And then, of course, I think I somehow roped Ryan into coming into this thing.
I must have
Ryan's
done something wrong in my life to have to help Hunter through. We'll see what we're talking about tomorrow. But at the same time, too, you saw the pumpkin carving today. So when Mitchell was judging our pumpkins, I told him, Mitchell, really look at those pumpkins well, because there's a big mistake on one of them. Because I thought Briggs might win, and so Mitchell turned the pumpkin around and was like, what is this mistake on the back?
Yeah.
And then Mitchell did not end up picking mine. So I felt really bad, and I had to
That's a shame.
apologize to Briggs. So,
You win some, you lose some, and I lost this one. But
Yep.
hopefully I'll beat Ryan at some kind of art challenge coming up. He seems to always be good at it.
He is. He's amazing.
It does not feel good to lose. It feels great to win.
Amen to that.
I don't think I've won any competitions we've had so far. I'm just saying.
Hopefully a lot of days to come.
Yeah, we got
Days
plenty
to
of
come.
shoots.
Many. Well, thank you for starting your week with us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.